You can't stop the universe from moving, just like you can't stop time from passing. The only thing you have control over is your own mind. You can choose how to respond to events. You can choose what meaning to ascribe to them. And then once you've done that, you can take action based on that meaning. I want to tell you something that might be hard for some of you to hear. I'm going to try to be gentle, but I have no control over how it lands. So here goes nothing. A lot of what we do in our lives is pointless. Not everything has to be about procreation. We're not all here to make babies. That being said, there's a lot of stuff we do that isn't about making babies. And that stuff is pointless. For example, in many parts of the world, farmers grow rice paddies as a source of food for their families and their communities. Farmers are essential to our survival. They grow our food so that we don't all starve. Without farmers, we would all die. Yet most of us aren't farmers. Most of us don't need to farm to survive. We live in a globalized economy where we can go to the store and buy food from all around the world. Thanks to farmers and modern conveniences like refrigeration and trucks, we don't need to farm to eat. But many of us still do. Many of us still think it's important to grow our own food or to support local farmers. It's not pointless to eat. It's also not pointless to farm if that's what you do for a living. But for most of us, it's not our job to farm. But there are other things we do that aren't about eating or making babies. Some of these things are great, like writing stories or building bridges. Others are less great, like mowing the lawn or cleaning the toilet. There are even more things we do that aren't about eating or making babies, and aren't about anything at all. We just do them because they make us feel good, like taking a walk or helping someone carry their groceries. And then there are things we do just because we like doing them, like playing an instrument or painting a picture. Now, some people might say that all these things are pointless because none of them are about making babies or growing food. But I disagree. All these things have value. They might not have direct value, but they have indirect value. For example, mowing the lawn doesn't make food or grow food, but it makes our community look nice. That makes us feel good about where we live. It makes us feel proud. That's not pointless. So why did I start this video by saying that you can't stop the universe from moving? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you right after I thank the sponsor of today's video. We live in a world that's always changing. The only constant is change itself. Everything is in motion. Even when it looks like nothing is happening, like when you look up at the stars and see the same constellations night after night, the stars are actually moving. They're just moving so slowly that we can't see it. The universe is moving. The earth is moving. We're moving. Nothing is still. When we look out at the world, we often want to find things that never change, things that are always the same. We want to find constants in a sea of change. This is because we're afraid of change. We're afraid of letting go of the old and embracing the new. But the truth is, we can't stop the universe from moving. We can't stop time from passing. All we have control over is our own mind. We can choose how to respond to events. We can choose what meaning to ascribe to them. And then once we've done that, we can take action based on that meaning. That's what gives our lives meaning. It's not the things we do that give our lives meaning. It's what we choose to believe about those things. When we choose to believe that everything is pointless, that nothing matters, then that's what we experience. We experience a meaningless life. But when we choose to believe that everything happens for a reason, that everything has meaning, then that's what we experience. We experience a meaningful life. It's up to us to decide what meaning to ascribe to the things that happen in our lives. We can choose to believe that everything is pointless and that nothing matters. Or we can choose to believe that everything happens for a reason and that everything matters. A wise man once said, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." Fear of change is the only thing that prevents us from living the lives we were meant to live. Fear of change is the only thing that prevents us from being the people we were meant to be. Many of us spend our lives trying to avoid change. We cling to the past because it feels safe and familiar. But the truth is, the past is gone forever. It will never come back. The only thing we have is the present moment. The only thing we can ever have is the present moment. In the present moment, we have a choice. We can choose to embrace change, or we can choose to resist it. If we choose to embrace change, if we choose to let go of the past, then we will experience freedom. Freedom from the chains of our past, freedom from the burden of our past, freedom from the weight of our past. But if we choose to resist change, if we choose to hold on to the past, then we will experience bondage. Bondage to our past, bondage to the things that have happened to us in the past, bondage to the pain of the past. Change is inevitable. It's always happening whether we like it or not. The only thing we have control over is how we respond to change. We can choose to embrace change or we can choose to resist it. But in the end, change will always win. The only question is, will you embrace it or resist it? If you resist it, you'll suffer. If you embrace it, you'll grow. You'll grow into a stronger, more resilient person. You'll become more flexible, both physically and mentally. You'll learn to adapt to new situations quickly, and you'll learn to bounce back from adversity quickly. There are two types of people in this world, those who go with the flow and those who fight the current. Those who go with the flow tend to be happier and more fulfilled. They're more adaptable and more resilient. They're better able to handle the ups and downs of life. Those who fight the current often end up miserable and unhappy. They're constantly struggling against the current, and no matter how hard they try, they never seem to get anywhere. Which type of person do you want to be? Do you want to be someone who goes with the flow or someone who fights the current? The choice is yours. Some people are afraid of change because they're afraid of what they might lose. They're afraid of losing the things that are familiar to them. But the truth is, we can't keep people from leaving us. We can't keep jobs from disappearing. We can't keep the past from changing. The only thing we can keep is our attitude. The only thing we can keep is our perspective. The only thing we can keep is our willingness to adapt and to move forward. We can't stop the universe from moving, just like we can't stop time from passing. The only thing we have control over is our own mind. We can choose how to respond to events. We can choose what meaning to ascribe to them. And then once we've done that, we can take action based on that meaning. Don't be afraid to let go of the past. Don't be afraid to embrace change. Don't be afraid to move forward. The universe is moving. Are you going to move with it or move on from it?